Welcome to our pub talk. This episode will be held in English because it's with my colleague Jyoti Tiwari and she's from India. Hi Jyoti, welcome.
Hi Vera.
I'm really looking forward to talk to you and I'm eager to learn about your career and maybe we can inspire some more women to join this industry, the software industry. So Jyoti, would you please tell us about your career? How did you get into this industry and especially to pub?
Sure. I started here, I did my master's from the TU and I was specializing in machine learning and analytics, and then I get to know about this company BR, which is this Bavarian broadcasting company. You see this company, there are so many boards in the U-Bahns and everywhere you see BR. Okay, I know about this company, but then I got to know of this opportunity and it was so much in line with my master's, my studies, and it got me here where I am.
Mm-hmm. And what are you currently working on?
Currently, I'm a data engineer with the ADP team, that is the Analytics and Data Platform team. I started here 2.5 years back as a working student. And at that time, I knew that I was working with the data team, not specific to a particular domain. So I worked on engineering projects, analytics projects, machine learning projects. And then I realized that my forte is with engineering. And here I get this full-time job offer here where I start as a data engineer this year. And that is how I ended up as a data engineer.
And there's a huge possibility for you to, personal development, I think.
Oh, definitely. I here at this team, I had so much fun and also the chance to play around with so many projects. And that made me so much convinced with the role I chose here, like the data engineer role. That was after a lot of projects which came along my way. And then here I also, with this current project that I'm working with, I also got the chance to be the project manager for the team. So that was a really good opportunity given by my team lead here, Lillian. And yes, it's so much in line with what I would want to become in the next 5 years, where I would obviously want to step up and
work as a project manager. Do you like
project manager and working as a project manager along with the data engineering skills? That is a good thing to have on my career growth plans.
And Jyoti, let's take it back to the very beginning. How did you decide to pursue a career in this field? Was it like your childhood ambition or a rather spontaneous decision?
It was definitely not spontaneous.
Childhood ambition?
I knew that I like numbers. Uh-huh. And then once I got into computers, it was all about coding. That also I liked. And then I have this experience from before where I was working as a coder in the tech industry, in the IT industry, but it was not so much around numbers. And when this big hype about big data and so much thing about data, it all just came up. I realized that it was the right combination for me because I like coding, I like numbers, and yes, that is how I decided that this would be my career.
Mm-hmm. Great for us, great for pub.
Great for me as well.
Yeah, great. Regarding your current job, you're part of the Analytics and Data Platforms team. Mm-hmm. Could you provide an insight in the team? Is it very international? What about women?
Mm-hmm. So the team has data engineers, data scientists, machine learning engineers, data analysts. There are around 10 people in the team, and surprisingly, there is a 50-50 split between Germans and internationals, which is pretty good. Which is pretty good for the company, which is pretty good for the internationals as well, because we have a healthy mix of both worlds, and we get to interact and know more about each other's culture, which is, of course, a really good place to work.
Very fruitful,
yes. Yeah. And also along with that, there are 3 women in the team. So that is also a good opportunity for the women, to speak up and to talk to colleagues and to know about their insights. And it's a good place to work.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of women in your field, what do you think? How we can get more women into tech?
I think it has to start right from the root level, because here when I was doing my master's here at the TU, there also you see the imbalance between the male crowd and the female crowd. So I think it has to start right at the school level, where you tell girls that you do not have to fear numbers, or you do not have to fear the tech industry. It's all very cool. It's all very cool. So of course that is you just talk to them and you tell them that it's the way to go, and you change that right from there.
So we need role models like you, because you cannot be what you cannot see, I think.
That is really true. And I think my role model also here would be Lillian, because seeing her like in meetings, how she communicates, how she talks to various stakeholders, it's really influencing, because you see that and then you aspire to become that. So that's a really good statement to say. Yes, and I would like to inspire in the same way my friends, my juniors that way. So
I think you're a role model to them.
I wish to be.
Yeah, another topic I'd like to bring up is COVID-19. Jyoti, how did COVID change your work life? Did it change your work life?
Oh yes, tremendously, I think. I started here at the company in 2020 and in January, and that was right about the time when COVID was about to come. I got to see the faces, I got to know my colleagues here in those 2 months, and then I had a plan to go back to India. It was right when COVID hit us, and then when I was in India, there were no flights, so I could not get back to Germany. Yes. So there was this 4, 5, 6 months where I was working from India. Like, it was really, really remote work, you know. I was working from a different continent itself. So that was quite an experience, like having all calls over the phone, over the internet. But yeah, somehow we managed. We did manage that.
We are definitely happy to have you back here in Germany.
I am happy to be here as well, like because it was in my city. I wouldn't say the internet is not so good, so there was a lot of trouble during the calls also. So it was quite a relief getting back and getting into shape and getting into form.
Okay, great to have you back. Well, my last question is about games. Computer games or board games? What do you prefer and why?
The cliché would be that if I'm in the tech industry, if I'm in the IT industry, I should be a gamer. But
do you want it?
No, I do not. I would definitely go for this one.
Okay, yes. Good. I take this one.
Yes. In fact, the women in my team, none of them, I don't think any of them are gamers.
So we break with a cliché. You don't have to be.
You do not have to be a gamer to get into the tech.
But it's good, or it's great to like numbers or to love numbers.
Yes. If you have a fascination for numbers, data is the place.
It helps. Okay. Thank you very much for this very, very interesting conversation. It was a pleasure. Thank you. Wonderful.
Thank you so much, Vera, for having me.
And thank you very much for watching.